going on, guys? Snake Eyes here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a pretty interesting theory that I heard when I was watching Peevee's Bloodborne Discussion video. So for those looking for some concrete news that talks about for sure things, this probably isn't the video for you. But getting right into it, the theory revolves around the day and night cycle not being an actual cycle that has a set timer, but instead it being the next world tendency mechanic. For those who aren't familiar with world tendencies, I won't go too deep in the details, but basically it was an in-game mechanic that Demon Souls had that influenced special events that happened in the separate worlds. There were several stages of world tendencies, but the events only happened if the player had either pure white or pure black tendency. Killing things like a demon boss, invading phantoms, primeval demons, among other things, will shift that world's tendency towards white, while dying in body form, killing NPCs that are in body form, so on and so forth, will shift that world's tendency towards black. And manipulating these tendencies are a must if you want to access special weapons and items that you wouldn't otherwise be able to ever get. It was a pretty unique and badass mechanic that you had to learn in order to get the fullest out of each playthrough. And if you want to know more about that mechanic, I'll leave a link so that way you guys can check it out, because for the sake of the video, I had to butcher the hell out of it. But going back into the theory, it was pretty interesting because the person said that it would be cool if Bloodborne featured the same kind of mechanic in its day and night cycle, with the nighttime being pure black tendency and the sunset either being the neutral or the pure white tendency, and each separate area in the game would have its own tendency to manage. That would somewhat explain why the recent 18 minutes of gameplay showed a sunset version of Central Yharnam that had very little signs of going dark, and I'd personally love if that were the case because, to me, that would add a lot to the replayability of the game. Ultimately, there are holes in that theory, with the main one being that there really isn't a significant change in anything from the day and night version of Central Yharnam, but even that can be argued by saying that maybe From just didn't want to be obvious with it. But I want to know your thoughts on this. Is this something that you can see yourself getting behind, or do you think a regular day and night cycle would be better? Also, if you want to check out Peevee's Bloodborne Discussion video, I'll leave a link in the description so that way you guys can check it out if you want. But for the most part, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, so thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and remember that this is purely just speculation, and in all honesty, it's probably just a regular day and night cycle. But I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought it was worth sharing. But once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.